Just look at that savoury spinach cheese bread pudding. My mouth is watering. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today I'm doing something that I've been cooking for quite some time. You might not see this recipe anywhere before. It's my take on a traditional bread pudding. I'm making a savoury bread pudding. Now, over the years, need and necessity, I've managed to learn to cook with a couple of day-old ingredients and throw it all together and make a lovely meal. This is one of those meals which I do really enjoy. So today I'm going to show you how to make a savoury spinach and cheese bread pudding. Now again, it's down to the ingredients you can get hold of, and don't forget, it's always taste and adjust. You always put in ingredients that you like or alter it round. That's what cooking's about. Right, I've got this bread. Okay, I've just had to cut some mold off it, but don't worry about it, it's only a little bit of mold. What I'm going to do is just take some of the crust off and we'll put it in a bag. That's going to go in the freezer, and I'm going to use that for fresh breadcrumbs at another time. So we're just going to take some of this off here. Now we're not going to go too deep, you know. We actually just want thin bits of bread off there for breadcrumbs. So this is not a frugal recipe in any way, but it is, I suppose. You know, it just helps us further down the line, because this is quite dry bread. Helps us down the line with different ingredients. So let's just make that easier. We'll have that. And I just want to take that off there. Don't take it all off, because we actually want a decent amount of bread for this recipe. There you go, nice and dry bread. That goes in the freezer and we'll blitz it up another time. So that is fresh breadcrumbs. There you go. So it's like a two-in-one job, this. I'm just going to put that in that bowl for now. Just shove it there. Just clean this up a little minute and crack on. For this recipe, I'm using a tin of evaporated milk. And what I am going to do is just take a little bit of garlic powder. We're going to rehydrate the garlic powder to put a flavouring through our mix. Now, people don't do this, and I don't understand why not. You know, the garlic powder, when rehydrated, is quite an intense flavour. So you can make quite a lot of dishes with just rehydrated garlic powder. So there's our garlic powder. I'm just going to put a little bit of our milk in there. We're going to give that a little stir and just let it start to rehydrate. Now don't worry, it's all lumpy. Eventually it will absorb all that milk. Take our spinach. Now I've got some lovely spinach here. You want a couple of cups of spinach or more, up to you. And then all we're going to do is rough chop the stuff. No hassle on this whatsoever. Just rough chop, because this stuff, when we actually fry it off in the pan, is going to wilt down and disappear. So I'll keep some decent size chop. Right. Now, for me, everybody's different, but I do not waste the stalks. These need to be coming in a little bit thinner, nice and small. Don't worry about it, it's good food. Full and full and full of goodness. So for this one then, we want a flame on, nice and gently. We want some butter. You don't have to use butter, you can use olive oil, cooking oil, anything you want. Don't worry about it. But all this is adding to our dish. So we need to make it tasty, really. And then this is a couple of cloves of garlic and some chopped onion. In it goes. We just need to start sauteing that down a little bit. We want some translucent. I don't know why we all use that word, but you know we do. We want to just cook this down a little bit so it's a little bit see-through and not burnt. Bit of black pepper in there. Now I like pepper. You put in whatever you like. A little bit of salt. Again, salt to taste. Give it a little mix up. Don't you love that smell of seasoned onions sizzling away in butter? Oh, mouth watering. Now I will say that these bacon bits in here, I fried them off already. They're already probably 90% cooked. Now I always go for the cheap off-cut bacon and I just cube it up and fry it. For something like this, I don't put a whole rasher of bacon in and chop it up. It's just not worth it. Keep the good rashers of bacon to eat. Okay, that'll do nicely. Right, what I'm going to do is chuck in my stalks of the spinach. If some leaves go in, don't worry about it, you know. I'm going to just give that a little stir fry for a minute before adding the rest of the spinach leaves. Already it smells fantastic. And then we're going to go in there with our leaves. Get our leaves in, start wilting it down. Now I'm sure somebody's going to say, can you make it with frozen spinach? Of course you can. Defrost your spinach, give it a wring out, get the water out, chop it up, throw it in your pan. So that is it. We don't need to do anything else with that. All we have to do now is let it cool down a little minute, because that is going in our egg mixture and we do not want to curdle the eggs or cook the eggs. Okay, we're going to make a bit like a custard mix, but it's a little bit savoury, so I want some mustard powder. A little bit of pepper for me. Salt and pepper optional. Depends how much you want to put in. Now I'm just going to give those a quick beating. And then we're going in there with our garlic powder milk. Going in there with our evaporated milk. Now you can use normal milk, you can use cream, you can use anything like that. Evaporated milk I've always got in the cupboard and it gives a nice creamy flavour. So the choice is yours. Again, a little beating. Not too much, it's already beaten up. Now we want to be adding some cheese to this. A nice bit of cheese, a good handful. Don't forget we're eating it. Just give that a little stir in. I'm going in there with some bacon bits, a good cupful. We want quite a lot in there. Give it a little stir around. I'll take our bread and we're just going to break it and dump it in there. Now leave it in chunks. You know, you could actually do this with sliced bread too, actually. It doesn't matter that it's bread like this. And that's going to absorb all that custardy mixture in there. Not bad this for actually using up 2 or 3 day old bread. This is as dry as old boots. Nice little stir through. Try and incorporate as much bread into that liquid as possible. Now don't worry if you don't get all the bread soaked up. So be it. You've got some nice crusty toast on there as well then. Don't worry about it. You know, there's more things to stress about than dry bread. As per always, there's a full recipe in the recipe section in the description. Just scroll down, or if you're not logged in, click on the app, click more. Click on the YouTube app, click more, it's there. I'm going in there with a bit more bacon. I'm eating this, I want flavour in there. Now you can use bacon, ham, spam, anything like that, it's up to you. Or don't even put it in. Just make a savoury spinach cheesy bread pudding without the bacon. And now we're going to introduce our spinach and onion back into there. Little stir through, get that mixed all in there. Okay, we're going to take a tray. Now, if you're cooking at home, I'm sorry about this, you've got down this far. If you're cooking at home, get the oven on, preheat it to 180, 360F. I'm going to put it onto preheat now because I'm using the high sapienza air fryer and it warms up within a couple of minutes. So we want to be knocking it down to 180 and we're going to preheat. It's on. So we want to take our dish and we just want to go in there with a little bit of butter. We're just going to butter out the dish. Okay, and then what we're going to do is just slap the stuff in there. Don't smooth it out, don't do anything. Just take it and get it in. Now this is fab cooking to actually make with the kids. It really is. It's superb. And Evie, if you're watching this because you've been commenting on the channel, this is one for you to make with Grandma. And then to top it, some grated cheese. Cheese of choice, mozzarella, cheddar, anything, whatever you enjoy. And that goes straight in there for 20 minutes. In 20 minutes time we'll have a look at it. If it's not crispy, crusty, browny all over the top, cook it a little bit longer. That's it. Now what I could say is, I mean that's moist enough in there, but what you could do, you could dot a couple of bits of butter on the top of there as well. But you know, it's got enough in there already. So this is a prime example why you watch what you're cooking. Now I set that for 20 minutes. Okay, there's 7 minutes left on the cock, and that is already done to how I like it, so I'm going to be taking that out. Look. Whoa. Now that smells off the planet. That is amazing. Just look at that. And that's a savoury bread pudding with cheese chucked all over the top. Now that really does look good. Now you can divide this up into many portions as you want. I'm just going to come through there straight away with a knife into portions. I'm going to come down the middle first. Just through that cheese. Because if not, if we take a scoop of that, we're going to take all the cheese off in one go because it's all going to be stuck. So how big a portion do we think? I think there's 6 portions in there. Nice and steady around the outside with your knife. We know it's cheese, we know it's on there, we know it's been baked. That should be loose enough to get out. So all we need to do now, I'm not going to let it cool. I'm not going to let it cool down too much. I'm going to take myself a slice out of there and get it on my plate. Oh, look at that. Just look at that savoury spinach cheese bread pudding. My mouth is watering. Let's give it a taste test. Come on. Come on. Lovely crispy cheesy top in there. Oh, come on. Look at that. Oh. Absolutely phenomenal. Lovely bread pudding. Strong flavour of spinach all the way through there with that smoky bacon and onions. Creaminess through that bread. That is incredible. That is a perfect dish in my book. If you like what we're doing and you like this savoury spinach bread pudding recipe, don't forget, like and subscribe. Share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. We'll catch you in the next video.